Our journey leads us to Nandi County, Kapsisio location, Talai sub-county in Mataket village where Kipchoge literally started life. It is here 2 kilometers from Mataket center that we get to Eliud Kipchoge's rural home. Kipchoge is the last born in a family of 4, with Wilson Segut being the firstborn and his twin sisters separating them. Kipchoge, a self-made millionaire, lived a humble life in his childhood days, and Janet shows me where he gave birth to the man who has since bossed the world of athletics. Not at the hospital, but outside a grass-thatched granary on 5th November 1984.
So I knew that is a male, that's a boy. Yeah, that was the time that I realized a boy has been born here. In fact, I was at home during that time. Yeah, I can recall that time.
A blessing to many, and according to the native Nandi, the name Kipchoge has a meaning.
That is the granary, a thatch house. Granary, that's the place he was born. That is why he was called Kipchoge, because he was born near the maize granary.
But having a disciplinarian as a mother, the young Kipchoge had to toe the line.
nataka kukubana nini discipline, so utaichuna kidogo alafu yana kwa nini discipline.
Eliud alichunwa kidogo, si sana. Alichuna
si sana. Ilikuwa si sana. Kwa nachona kidogo.
At a tender age, it is here at Mataket Center, together with his mates, that Kipchoge played volleyball. I meet one of Kipchoge's sisters, humble to the core, camera shy, I must say. But she links me to Kipchoge's peers who tells me that his loves for sports was a reality and never did they think that he would be an athletics guru.
Eliud, we usually play volleyball. And there is a shop that he was just staying there, akiuza. So Eliud has been our own.
Nilimjua Eliud wakati tulikuwa wadogo. Tulikaa na Eliud at the humble ground. Mpaka Eliud alikuwa na jitahidi sana kwa kazi yake. Eliud alikuwa na hope kwa maisha yake.
According to his elder brother, sports was always in the family.
Familia yetu ndio tulikuwa nakimbia lakini hatukutake interest ya kukimbia sana. Lakini familia yetu tunaona kuna watu walikimbia, hata our father was high jumper. Yeah, he was in athletics. So he has tried up to run. Yeah. And we are seeing he is running.
Another important part of Kipchoge's family is the almost 120 years old grandmother Cecilia Minginy, mother to Kipchoge's late father, who is at the care of Kipchoge's mother. I'm told that she played a critical role in Kipchoge's upbringing. For Eliud, his nature is humble, his routine methodical, and his family forever grateful for the man he is. Eliud Kipchoge has simply transformed the life of many, including and not limited to his family members. Now, it is said that where you were born is less important than how you live. For Eliud Kipchoge, it literally began outside here 34 years ago. But for now, he is a man who has taken some big strides, and he's saying he ought to star. He will star. And the name Eliud Kipchoge forever will be remembered.
I was taught when I was young that don't chase 2 rabbits. All of them will escape. Chase only one.
Eliud, the philosopher Kipchoge, grasped important positive attributes at a tender age, and he has used those lessons for the better part of his life. But how did his academic life begin? 3 kilometers from his parents' home in Nandi County is the Kapsisio Primary School. It is along this muddy road when it rains and dusty when it is dry that Kipchoge used every single day in search for the primary school education. The current head teacher of the school is Mr. Luka Ngetich, apparently a former student here who also schooled with Eliud Kipchoge.
Since tukiwa wadogo, we were in the same school, then we were initiated the same year. He's my neighbor. So, tumejua yeye akiwa mdogo, he was an humble man. And then, vile aliendelea, kaenda secondary school, Capital hapa. So, tumejuana from akiwa mtoto mdogo mpaka sahi. So, tunamjua.
I am told that as much as Janet Rotich, Kipchoge's mother, played a critical role in nurturing young Kipchoge before his school days, she was also the first teacher of Kipchoge in this school.
She was teaching me, also Eliud was there. So the mother also played a big role also in the school. Yeah.
Just another learning day for these children, and the current ACD teacher at Kapsisiwe Primary School is another former student here who schooled with Kipchoge. A sweet coincidence, I should say. She recalls how fast the young Kipchoge was.
Vile tulikuwa tunaenda lunch, yeye alikuwa anakimbia mpio na tunafuata tu nyuma. So unajua tulikuwa wachanga kidogo. Yeye alikuwa anakimbia kabisa mbio sana. So hiyo inaonyesha alikuwa na hiyo motivation ya kuwa mkimbiaji siku moja.
A humble institution, and it has produced a number of notable names.
Shule ambayo imeweza kutupa, especially kama Eliud Kipchoge alisomea hapa. Jirani wetu hapa Patrick Sang alisomea kwa shule.
Kapsisiwe Primary School has been in existence from around 1930, and during his days here, Mr. Thomas Martim was the then school head teacher. Education always plays a critical part in a child's upbringing, and there is always a part that is nurtured by the extracurriculum activities.
In fact, this school is known very, very, very well for curricular activities. Even we have been second champions in the volleyball. We have the trophies which we were awarded. We have been producing even the girls who are known for volleyball.
Sasa nawaambia wazazi wawezi kuwapea hawa motisha ya kuweza kupata kukundua talents yao. Ndio wapate hata wengine kama Kipchoge. Unajua sasa miaka zinaenda na Kipchoge ataenda retire na wengine watashikilia.
But before we exit the school, a young Linda Chepkoech insists that she must recite a poem.
Kitabu kwa babani, naenda sama shuleni, nafika kwenye taraza, mimi nasoma zaza, nachora kitabuni, huwa tuna majani, shapa, shukura.
After the completion of his primary school education, Eliud Kipchoge joined the Capital High School, 2 kilometers from the primary school that he attended, and about 5 kilometers from his home.
We are very proud of Kipchoge, and we wish him the best in his endeavors. At least we are very proud that he was our student, and we are very sure he will do very well. Yeah.
Eliud Kipchoge cleared his high school education without knowing where his path would lead him. He had a dream like many other students, but never had he thought that athletics would be his career. The Kalenjin respect the late Koitalel Arap Samoe's Talai clan. The clan is known for bravery and heroism, and the Ineos 159 challenge stands out as another test for them when one of their own, Eliud Kipchoge, attempts to run a full marathon under 2 hours.
You know, I am a Kenyan, and apart from being a Kenyan, I come from Rift Valley. Apart from me coming from Rift Valley, I am a Kalenjin. Apart from being a Kalenjin, I am an auntie. Apart from being an auntie, I am from a small clan called Talai.
The world's most decorated marathon routes are historically traced into a region which was considered as a detention camp. The Talai clan was under the British colonial rule, and the community was forcefully moved to Kapsisiwe and their land in Tinderet, taken by the colonial government.
hapa sehemu hii ni ya Talai, pale wasungu walifungia hapa wakufi wa koloni. Ndio sasa Kipchoge ametoa china ya Talai zaidi, kwa sababu kimbia pale chini yake ameonyesha Talai, kumbe Talai ni watu wasuri, wanaweza kukimbia. Hata wasungu wala walikuwa maliza sisi hapa, wamejua kumbe watu wa Talai ni watu wasafi.
This community has not been known for some time, but it is about to be also known once again. They thought that if they kill Koitalel Samoei, we were done. But we want to inform them as a community. We are praying for Eliud, and Eliud is going to put us on the world map.
For more than 11 years, with their inferior weapons, the Talai had what it takes to resist the colonial rule. To end the resistance, the British Colonel Richard Maynard Shagan invited Koitalel Arap Samoei for a truce. And contrary to any earlier agreement, Richard marched from Kaptuma with armed men, some of whom hid near the venue of the meeting. It is reported that when Koitalel stretched his hand to shake Richard's, the British colonel murdered him with a shot at point-blank range. The clan lost massive land, displaced and brought to Kapsisio, a place surrounded by Kimondi and also Kutany rivers. Two rivers rich with the heavy presence of Cyprus papyrus, a perfect breeding place for mosquitoes and sassaflies. To the members of Talai clan, Eliud Kipchoge is just an indication that the community defied the odds and are holding on in a strong way before the 114th anniversary of the death of Koitalel Arap Samoei on October 19.
From our Koitalel Samoei, who fought the British government, who resisted the British government for 11 years. And Eliud also is about to demonstrate. And for your information, this community was brought here 100 years ago. That was 1919. And here is another history is about to be written. That is 2019, a century. So Eliud is about to inform the world that the community is alive after 100 years of detention from this place.
Our forefathers were brought to this region. On the other side, we have a river. We are in between two rivers, which means the rivers, they are being infested with sassafly as well as mosquitoes. So, in fact, that was not good intention. They were bringing these people in order for them to perish, and to perish completely. So we can say, because of that, God is with these people.
Call it the Nandi Talai clan of tragedy, tribulations and triumph if you may, but some of its members are proud for the clan's achievements.
It's from this community. It is really interesting to have Eliud breaking the world record and is being coached by his neighbor. I think this should be history. No one has, such history has not been recorded anywhere, because we know some athletes are being coached by white men, but Eliud is being coached by our own Patrick Sang, our own clan man. So it is really impressive.
Tutataka Kipchoge apaulu kwa sababu sisi wote tutakuwa tumefaulu. Because that is what we want. We want somebody from this village to come under the 2 hours time.
Eliud Kipchoge is just one of the many members of the Talai clan, a clan which its totem is a male lion. Kipchoge has placed the then marginalized community onto the world map. For now, Eliud Kipchoge is known by many as a decorated Kenyan long-distance runner who competes in marathon and formerly the 5,000 meters. He is a star who has won Olympics beside being the marathon world record holder with a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, 39 seconds. But soon after he completed his studies at Kaptel High School, athletics was not yet an option to the young Kipchoge, who turned to be a milk vendor and also a butcher.
Ilikuwa na mali sana ni secondary. Alafu nakuja nunua nini maziwa kwanza. Alafu naenda butcher. Naanza kwa maziwa, alafu naenda butcher. Ilikuwa natembea na baskeli. Ilikuwa mimi niko na baskeli.
In our tradition, I think by nature we are farmers. So when you are young, you have been encouraged to work hard and buy maybe one animal or two to show that you are really working hard. So basically,
Kalenjins are farmers. The first animal is the cow. And then after the cow, then you can buy either sheep or a goat.
Mi namjua Eliud. Alimaliza shule lakini hakukimbia. Alianza kama amepika nyumbani. Akaanza maneno ya biashara, akachukua maziwa mpaka huko Kaimosi, Kapsasur. Alikuwa anatembea na baiskeli na maziwa karibu lita 100, 200.
Kipchoge always talks about his love for tea, and maybe that was influenced by the fact that he used to supply milk to many. But how then did he start athletics?
Kipchoge asaliwa hapa, akaenda kwa Msiwa primary, kumaliza akaunga secondary ya Kaptel. Kumaliza hapo Kipchoge akakuja kukaa nyumbani, teka kitoko akaanza biashara ya maziwa. Akaenda tili kupika kimondi hapo, siyo baskeli iliharibika. Anaomba, alikuwa anajua iko rafiki na Daniel. Hazo kimbia anawaja maziwa kule kwa sababu baskeli imeharibika, anakuja kuchukua baskeli nyingine. Naanza mbio kuanza huko paka hapa na kwenda kuchukua maziwa paka Kapkangani huko. Ni hapo Kipchoge la anaanza riadha yake. Siku ya pili Kipchoge nasikia ati yuko wakimbiaji anakimbia Kapsabet. Kipchoge akaenda huko akakimbia akapata namba 2. Akachakuliwa. Akaenda Nakuru. Akakimbia akachakuliwa tena akakuwa namba 2 huko tena. Akaenda Mombasa. Kusikia tena yeye amechakuliwa anakuwa namba 2. Kipchoge sasa anachakuliwa anaenda ng'ambo.
He was quick to adapt, and then he won his first individual world championships title in 2003 at the junior race during the IAAF World Cross Country Championships, and also he did set a junior world record over the 5,000 meters. From there on, a champion was born, and he went on to get to win major titles. A 5-time World Championships 5,000 meters finalist, Kipchoge took silver medals at the 2007 World Championships, 2008 Summer Olympics, and also the 2010 Commonwealth Games.
My name is Grace, wife to Eliud. Since I met him, he has been going to Kaptagat ever since I met him. So I've adjusted to that life.
First impression was she was also humble and no more, was not talking too much, and I was not talking too much, so I was looking for somebody who's not too much talkative.
He was very humble, shy.
He then switched to road running in 2012, and on his full marathon debut, he won the 2013 Hamburg Marathon in a course record time. His first victory at a World Marathon major came in at the Chicago Marathon in 2014, and he went on to become a series champion for the 2016, 2017, and also 2018. He has won the London Marathon a record 4 times. Out of the 13 marathons that he has competed in, Kipchoge has won 12, finishing second behind Wilson Kipsang at the 2013 Berlin Marathon.
He's won 12 out of the 13 marathons that he's run. He's unbeaten since April 2014.
His fantastic athletics career is simply close to none. A super athlete, I must say.
He is 3 times Abbott World Marathon Major World Champion, current world record holder, Olympic champion. He is absolutely the GOAT of marathon running, the greatest of all time.
He is the marathon boss of the world. But in Nandi County, Kapsisio location, Mataket village, Kipchoge's mother believes that her prayers always keeps his boy moving.
Nasikia vizuri kama hata saa ile kama naenda kwa ng'ambo, saa ile nakuja nasikia mzuri. Hata saa ile hata kama naenda napigia mimi simu, mama naenda leo, basi mimi nasali saa hiyo na yeye naenda.
I don't believe in a limit, and that's why I'm always say I'll be running my own race. I'll be actually try to maintain all possible, but breakthrough
It never gets easy to run pushing yourself against the clock. For Kipchoge, it is and has been mission possible. A clear indication that no human is limited. Eliud Kipchoge is a force to reckon with in the world of athletics. A man driven to do what no other man has ever done. In the rich history of Kenyan athletes, other before Kipchoge have broken barriers and remain to be the first in the different classes. For instance, Moses Tanui in his historic days became the first man in the world to run a half marathon under 1 hour. Moses Kiptanui, a 3,000 meters steeplechase master, during his prime time became the first man to cover that distance under 8 minutes, while Yobes Ondieki, another Kenyan, became the first man to run the 10,000 meters under 27 minutes. I traced these former athletes in Uasin Gishu County, and first I met Moses Kiptanui, a serious investor in Eldoret town. Today he is one of his many supermarkets having an easy day, he tells me. In 1995, August 16th, Kiptanui did set a 3,000 meters steeplechase record in Zurich in a time of 7 minutes, 59.18 seconds. He became the first man in history to ever dip under 8 minutes for the 3,000 meters steeplechase.
Everything needs one to prepare fully. It's not something that can be a surprise, something you prepare, but you also expect to run good time. So I knew from the beginning of the year that it will be a year of going under 8 minutes, and it happened that I was in good shape. I had a lot of support from my training mate and also from my manager. So, you know, when you have people who are behind you and they motivate you, then at the end of the day, it will turn out to be a very good race.
Kiptanui was at the best form of his life during that time.
When I broke the world record for the first time, I felt I still have enough energy to go under 8 minutes. And being prepared mentally and also physically, at least you feel that you need to do something. But things are always like that. There's nothing easy, but through preparation, then you can say I'm in a good shape to break that world record. I mean, at times, you know, you feel excited after crossing the line, you know. It's not easy, but after crossing it, all the tiredness just disappeared because, you feel that you have done something extraordinary, which no other human being has done so.
We meet up with Moses Tanui, another man who made history. The first athlete to run a half marathon in less than 1 hour, clocking 59.47 seconds in Milan on 3rd April 1993. A sweet memory, he recalls.
The race started and we went maybe about 3 laps. I felt that I was in good condition and I went with the pace setter. Then, you know, Stramilano is a circuit race. So we went round. Then when I was turning, then Paul and Andrew Masai was on the other side and I was saluting them. So my coach by then told me that Moses, that was the last 3 kilometers, and he said, you are under world record and you are just playing, greeting people. That is what I had when I was running. Then I tried to concentrate, but at the same time I forgot, and then I met these guys again. Then I salute. So my coach now told me, Moses.
It was a happy moment.
Yes.
Even without knowing that
I'm going for it. Yeah. Then a motorbike came to me and said, Moses, why don't you break this world record? Can you concentrate? Then I just concentrate for the last 2 kilometers. Then that was the world record.
Still in Uasin Gishu County, Elgon View Estate to be specific, I meet up with Yobes Ondieki, who has been ill for some times now. He is, however, recuperating well from his illness at the moment, and however, he will forever be remembered as the first man to run the 10,000 meters under 27 minutes.
Okay, plan yangu ilikuwa nikimbie 27:05. Na wakati huo niliongea na watu wale wenye wanakaa hapo, wakasema unajua hapa watu wako na kelele sana, lakini ukiwa karibu ya hiyo record tutakuwekea thumbs up, kama uko nje tutakuwekea thumbs in. So kila wakati mimi nasunguka wanaweka thumbs up. Sasa mimi sikujua eti nitakimbia chini ya 27, sio kitu nilipanga. Sasa wakati nilimaliza ndio naambiwa eti imekuwa under 27 minutes.
Jobes remembers how he surprised the world during the Bislett Games in Oslo, Norway, where he did a set that landmark. For Jobes, it was a masterclass performance, not expected by many.
Actually, ilikuwa mzuri sana na sio kitu nilikuwa nimepanga. So kwa hivyo naweza kusema ni mambo ya Mungu. Kwa hivyo watu wengi walikuwa watarajii kitu, lakini nilienda kwa race, hata meet promoter kukuwa interested na mimi, watu yani hakuna maneno mingi.
According to the men who have done it in different athletic cycles before, a lot needs to come to play for an athlete to set or break a barrier.
Akiamini atafunja, lakini akienda ku announce eti mimi nataka kuvunja hii, mimi nataka kuvunja hii, na kuambia unaweza kusikia vizuri, uenda kwa race ipotelee hapo. So sio kitu ya kusema eti nitavunja. Unajua hii vitu vile nimegundua ni mapenzi ya Mungu, sio nguvu ya watu.
Eliud Kipchoge is on his way here. This humble farmer who used to run 2 miles to school every day and back. He used to go to the nearest town on his bike to sell milk at the local market. And now, through hard work and discipline, he's pointing. Come on, he says. Eliud Kipchoge has the hand of history on his shoulder. He has less than 200 meters to go. Eliud Kipchoge, let's keep an eye on the clock, into the final 20 seconds. Eliud Kipchoge on his shoulder, 140, the unofficial time.
There's his wife.
Eliud Kipchoge storms into the history books in Vienna. 1:59.40, the unofficial time. The first man to run a marathon in under 2 hours. One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge. One giant leap for human endeavour. And you know, Kipchoge was right. No human is limited. And now he can celebrate. He has done it. And to Roger Bannister, Neil Armstrong, Edmund Hillary, we can now add the name of Eliud Kipchoge.
What looks impossible can ultimately be possible, but the reality is never will that task be any easy. Moses Wahisi, KTN News.